Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will explain an exciting topic, concatenate Power Apps combo box value with a custom value. Now let me introduce myself. I am Harita working as a Power Platform consultant. And if you are new to my channel, please subscribe for more tutorials on Power Apps. Now we will see an example of what we will achieve in this video. Here I have a SharePoint list named expense report form. It allows the employees to store their expense report details. And this list is having a choice named expense category, which is having the following choice values: travel, meals, and office supplies, etc. Now, to store the expense report details, I have created a Power Apps form. Here you can see for the choice values, I took combo box control. Now, while reporting the expense report form, the employees might require to store multiple choice options, including both the choice values and custom inputs. In such cases, I have developed a logic that will store both custom and choice values. Now, let's see an example of storing the expense report form details. Now, here I am selecting the expense category values. I have choose the travel and meals. Along with this, I also want to add one training option, but this custom value is not present in the choices. Now I am submitting these details. In SharePoint list, you can see under the expense category, whatever I choose travel and meals, which are a choice values, but training is not as a part of this choice column. But still, as I have given this custom input, it is also storing here. You can also check this custom values is not present over here. So in this way, we can combine both the choice values along with the custom input. Now we will see the implementation of achieving this requirement. First, we need to add that SharePoint list to this Power Apps application. Here you can see I have added that expense report form, and you no need to confuse about why I took these data sources. I have taken for other for my other requirements. Then I took one form control, and its data source property. I have provided that SharePoint list name, and this form include all the fields. Now we will see this expense categories data card value. By default, it is a combo box only. We can confirm it, and here you can see for the combo box value, by default it is following properties: allow multiple selection and allow searching. But for the drop down control, we can't see these options. So in the form, by defaultly for choice values, it is taking the combo box value. Now you can see to fetch the choice values into this combo box, the formula is choices of SharePoint list name dot choice column name. Sometimes in the combo box values, you may not get the choice value. So in that cases, click on this edit on the properties pane, and for here for primary text, just choose these values once again. Then you will get the choice values. Now we will see. Here I am getting the all the choice values which are present in the SharePoint list. To save the choice values along with the custom input value before saving this form, I have provided the following code in the update property of this expense categories data card. And here you can see in Power Apps, the combo box is behave like a single column data table, and the values within the combo box are the record data type. So the SharePoint list choice column will allows the record data type while storing the data from Power Apps to SharePoint. So that's why here I am taking the curly braces and the value. The curly braces are used to define a record or an object in the Power Apps. The value is the key in this record, and its value will be concatenated result of the combo box selections and the custom input whatever we have provided. Here in the if condition, this data card value hyphen expense category is the combo box control name. And using the isEmpty function, I am checking whether the items are selected or not in the combo box using this dot selected items property. If in case it is empty, we need to take the custom input text. So using this dot search text property, we will fetch the custom input values. If it is not, if the combo box selected items is not empty, then we need to combine the selected items along with the search text. So here I am using the concat function to concat the selected items along with the comma, and it will return the output as a single string. Now, along with this choice values, we also need to concatenate the custom input text, right? So here we are again using one more if condition. Within this if condition, we are checking is not blank of the combo box control name dot search text. So it will return true if the user entered any custom input. If it is true, then we are combining that is search text along with the comma. Now this entire code will combines the combo box selected items along with the search text. If we are not selected any items, then it will take the custom input text. Now we are giving this combined values to this value. So this data type will be record. Now to submit this form data to SharePoint list and the button controls on select property, I have provided submit form function, and within the submit form we are providing this form name. After submitting all the details again to make it as a new form, I am using the new form function and I am providing the form name within this function. Now save the changes and publish it once. Now let's preview the app once. Here I am choosing three values, choice values along with the, and I have provided some custom text also. Let's submit this report. Now I am refreshing the SharePoint list. And here you can see these travel, office appliances and entertainment are the choice values, and remaining two are the custom input values. So it is taking both the choice values along with the custom values. And you no need to worry about the code. In the description box below, I have provided a link where you can get all these formulas. Thank you for watching this video and don't forget to subscribe our channel.